All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. This is the second lab, which is the sedimentary rock lab that you can look at. And basically, I have the nice little setup that you would have normally seen. I'm going to try to go through this as quick as possible. I got to keep this under 5 minutes. So here we go. So remember when we talked about sedimentary rocks, that all of the sedimentary rocks, most of them, the clastic ones, come from broken up bits and pieces. I have some of these sediments here, like gravel, sand, silt, and clay. So this gravel would either form a breccia or conglomerate, as you would see here. Breccia, again, has the angled pieces in the actual rock. The conglomerate has rounded pieces. So we have the rounded pieces, sorry, right there. And then the breccia would be the angled pieces that we would see. And that's made of this type of this size material, pebble or gravel size material that you see there. All right. If we take sand and we allow that to get compacted, then we get sandstones. And I have two sandstones here. This is a yellow sandstone, and this is a pink, also referred to as a banded sandstone because you can see there's little bands in there. So there's thousands of different types of sandstones that are out there. Silt, of course, forms siltstone, which I do not have a sample here in this kit, but it would be very similar looking to kind of in between a shale and a sandstone. And then I do have three types of shale, or two types of shale here, a brown shale and a tan shale. Keep in mind this tan shale is probably made of the same stuff that this tan or yellowish sandstone is made of, just a smaller size. So again, sedimentary rocks in terms of the clastic type are all separated by their grain size. All right, and you can see all those sizes here. So shale would be made of a clay type sediment. All right. So anyway, that is basically the clastics. Now the other two types, the chemical or crystalline or organic or bioclastic, again, different scientists classify these by slightly different names. But these are all sorted by their composition or what they're made of. All right, here you have a piece of rock salt. Rock salt is primarily made of the mineral halite, which we talked about earlier. So again, this is the stuff that forms out like in the Great Salt Lake area when an ocean or a lake is raised above, kind of uplifted, and the only way that the water gets out of there is by evaporation. It leaves all the salts behind and everything that's dissolved in the water behind. Gypsum, I do have a piece of rock gypsum here. And again, this is made mostly of the mineral gypsum. This is the same stuff that we find in our drywall inside of our houses. So those are the two examples that I have there. And then, of course, limestone. Limestone is mostly precipitated out of seawater. Again, calcite does not like to stay in water if the temperature gets too warm. So in warm tropical areas, you'll find little bits of calcite precipitating out of the seawater, piling up on the ocean floor and forming this limestone that you see here. Again, if you're doing this in class, you can actually look and feel these rocks. Okay. The last one that I have on this is the bituminous coal, and this is compacted plant remains. So bituminous coal, same thing. If you have really like tropical areas that have just excessive plant growth, and those plants die, get covered up very quickly, they can't rot away, and that carbon that's left behind kind of squeezes and compacts into bituminous coal. All right. So that is your bituminous coal. I have a couple other samples over here, examples of, this is a specific type of limestone called tufa. And tufa actually precipitates out of water when it's heated by geothermal activity, like geysers or underwater hot pockets of, hot spring water or something. So this typically comes out during that. And then I have the shell limestone, which is made up of dead seashells that pile up and get compacted together. All right, so if you're interested in coming and doing this lab, feel free to stop by, sign up this week. If you can't and you're virtual, hopefully this gave you a little bit of background for the lab. I will see you soon.